Hey everyone, I just read Deltora Quest 3, The Sister of the South by Emily Rodda, and it was a little too real for me. But as an ending to the series overall, it was pretty fantastic. It's a book about three unlikely heroes at the end of their quest to save the kingdom of Deltora from the Shadow Lord's influence, where they must overcome their final obstacle, a great evil hidden in the heart of Del itself, in the middle of a deadly plague. The pros? The plague plotline in this book hits very different in 2023 than it did in 2004. All the crazy conspiracy theories about the sickness at the heart of this story feel ripped right out of 2020 down to the language used in propaganda. It's so ahead of its time, and the way the heroes struggle to get on top of the situation felt very believable. After the last two quests ended with somewhat mediocre climaxes, we finally get not one, but two grand battles to round out the series, and they are amazing. Well worth the wait, especially with how well set up both of them are across all four books. And the book does a great job of wrapping up the story in a neat little bow. No stone is left unturned by the final page, and pretty much every remaining character shows up to say goodbye along the way. The cons? Everyone except the Shadow Lord, who is conspicuously absent for the final battle. I understand what the author is trying to say about how the Shadow Lord has changed from being a human sorcerer to something closer to a systemic evil, and that sort of enemy can't be defeated, only kept at bay with vigilance, but as a result he's just not a very exciting villain, and his defeat here felt kind of hollow. Speaking of which, I loved the Shadow Lord's final plan. It's a great twist on paper. The setup and the reveal is fantastic, but when the bubble bursts and the threat is revealed to be a flood of grey sludge, I can't help but feel a little disappointed. I had forgotten that part of the story and was expecting some sort of kaiju level monster to show up, but no, it was just some goo. And I don't know. It could have used a bit more of a denouement given it's the final entry in a 15-book series. I remember thinking this was a bit of a weak finale back when I first read it, but reading it after the pandemic, it resonated a lot more. This time around, I loved it. It's been a lot of fun going back through Deltora Quest, remembering why I loved it so much as a kid, and I'm surprised at how well it still holds up. So if you're looking for some dark fantasy that's a little more child-friendly, then this is it. I don't think you'll find much better. And appropriately enough, I'm giving The Sisters of the South an S. I know there are more Deltora Quest books, but this is where I get off on this series. And since I'm here, I've got a quick little channel update to do, so please don't click away yet. I started this project in the middle of the pandemic, just to give myself a bit of structure and a schedule to work to, and that was fine while we were all still in lockdown, but times have changed. This isn't the only thing I have to balance my time and creative effort around anymore, and after roughly 2 years of working on this project, it's just not as creatively fulfilling as it once was. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to pause the book reviews for a couple of months. I'll be back at the end of October with something for Halloween, and we'll pick up where we left off in November. Also, when I come back, submissions for the pile are going to be closed. Once the break ends, I won't be adding anything more to the list. So for the final time, what should I read next? Let me know in the comments down below, and while you're there, why not tell me what you thought of the book? If you liked the review and want to see more, please like, subscribe, and share the video around. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you in a couple of months. Thanks for watching.